Part 2. Then Matilda kissed me on the cheek. I probably should have warned her that I had Ava's drool on my cheek. Immediately after, Matilda started spitting and wiping her lips on her arm guard. I looked out to the distance and saw something that caught my eye. Matilda looked too, and we both had to get a closer look. We got on our dragons and flew out, and we saw a ship that was covered in ice. Suddenly, a net gun shot at us, and Matilda and Avery got tangled up in the net. Me and Ava swooped down to the ship, and there was a group of young men surrounding Matilda and Avery. The leader stepped forward. He looked only a few years older than me, and had some war paint on his chin. He said his name was Finn, and that he was lucky to catch a Natter and a Night Fury on the same day. Finn started interrogating me about stealing his dragons with the help of an ice-spitting dragon. I had no idea what he was talking about, because we don't have any ice-spitting dragons that I know of. Finn wanted to keep Ava and Avery because it would please his boss, by the name of Blake Hanna, who's making an army with dragons. I obviously wouldn't let him lay a finger on Ava and Avery. Finn then showed us a scar on his chest that Blake supposedly had given him for not bringing enough dragons back. He promised to be less understanding next time, Finn said. Me and Matilda immediately got on our dragons and flew back to Burke. I found my dad with Brett at the new and improved blacksmith shop. Back then, we sold weapons when we were at war with dragons. Now we make saddles and fix dragon teeth. My dad was really excited to see me, because soon he would make the announcement that it was time for me to take over as chief. I told my dad what Matilda and I found, with the iced ship and the dragon trappers who were building a dragon army for Blake Hanna. When hearing Blake Hanna's name, my dad had everyone hide into the Great Hall. I had no idea what was going on. My dad said that Blake is a madman and wants a war, and that we should hide. I didn't want another war, so I decided to talk to Blake face to face and try to persuade him to stop. My dad didn't think it was a good idea and wanted me to stay. Matilda backed him up entirely. "Gus, don't," she said. I kissed Matilda on the cheek and said that I had to do it and flew away on Ava. Matilda followed me, even though my dad told her to stay. We both headed back to the iced ship. Finn was ready to attack, and so was Matilda. I stopped her, saying that we surrendered and headed to the inside of the ship. Finn and Matilda were both confused about what I was doing. My plan was to go with Finn and the other trappers and try and change Blake's mind. Finn and the other trappers laughed like I was crazy. I was going to demonstrate how dragons could be trained, but then Dan and his dragon Bodhi grabbed me. I had Dan put me down while Dez, Hannah, and Sam followed. End of part 2.